Well, my friends, this is a new case of an young lady aged about 25 years. She has been suffering from prospalgia. Prospalgia means pain in the facial muscles. You know the facial muscles? The name of the facial muscles, my friends? The buccinator, the masseter, the orbicularis oris, the depressor labii angularis, then nasalis, platysma, etc. And all these muscles are supplied by trigeminal nerve, facial branch of the trigeminal nerve. You know the branches of the facial nerve, there are different branches. So, trigeminal branches, I'm sorry, not facial nerve, trigeminal nerve. So, the branches of the trigeminal nerve is the facial branch. So, facial branches of the trigeminal nerve, tri means three divisions. One is facial, one is maxillary, another is mandibular. Three branches comes from the trigeminal nerve. You know the 12 cranial nerves? Olfactory, optic, oculomotor, trochlear, trigeminal, abducent, facial, auditory, glossopharyngeal, vagus, accessory, hypoglossal. Now this trigeminal nerve, the fifth cranial nerve, gives branches to the facial muscles, and thereby the facial muscles contracts or acts. Now there is some disturbance of the facial muscles and the inflammation of the facial muscles. The facial nerve, the branch of the trigeminal, and the muscle becomes painful. So, injury or sickness of the facial nerve, of the branch of the trigeminal nerve, causes severe pain in the facial muscles of the affected site, because the nerves are in the both sides, bilateral, and the sensation carries into the brain. These are the mixed type of nerve. 1, 2, 8 are the pure sensory nerves, others some are both and some are purely motor. Now this gentle lady suffering from the prospalgia of right-sided facial pains. I am not showing to face of the gentle lady. A few minutes later, I would like to show her body, physical makeup. However, for pain, for last 1 year, she has been suffering from tremendous pain, and for which she has consulted a variety of doctors. See the different prescriptions she had consulted, and they have diagnosed the headache, occipital headache, associated with nausea, MRI of the brain to rule out the clinical malformation or manifestation. যা কাজ আমি বলেছি, এদের খাজনার থেকে বাজনাটা খুব বেশি. So, but without any good result. Only a solitary cyst is found in the left lobe of the thyroid gland. So this gentle lady has come to me for treat her prospalgia or facial pain severe of the right sided, for which for last 1 year she has been suffering tremendously. Now what are the symptoms? This is a very critical case, and there is great confusion about our junior physicians. None of them are not confirmed about a single medicine. They are selecting medicines according to their choice. Now, what are the symptom similarity here? The patient is chidi. She is beshi. Desire for meat and sweets. মিষ্টি ভালোবাসে, মাংস ভালোবাসে। থার্স্ট প্রফিউস, পিপাসা বেশি। স্টুল মিউকয়েড all along, even since childhood, and for which the great anxiety and tension she has passed many sleepless nights. The pain, tendency of the pain, not in a stagnant position, not constantly, but it comes suddenly and goes either suddenly or slowly. Side right. The pain sometimes extends into the ear. প্রথম দিকে বেশি হতো, এখন অতটা যায় না, কিন্তু আগে কানে এক্সটেনশনটা হতো। In the past history, there is chicken pox, has taken vaccine, corona vaccine, etc. And irritable temperament. Whether relieved by consolation or aggravated from consolation, it is doubtful, because her attendants like to say consolation aggravates, she likes to say consolation amelioration. However, weeping tendency, sympathetic mind, anxiety, bad news aggravates, fear of dogs tremendously, and menstruation was all along late. Now, all doctors selected tuberculinum, some doctors, because catches cold very easily, desire for sweet, desire for meat. Tuberculinum sweet meat আছে, catches cold very easily, and tremendous fear of dogs. Tuberculinum may be think of, and you are in favor of tuberculinum. Now, there are a lot of symptoms of mercurius, because desire for sweets, profuse thirst, mercurius, মিষ্টি খেতে ভালোবাসে, like or sepia, caricar, argentum niticum, sulfur, etc. Stool mucoid and dysenteric stool all along her life, and the tongue is moist. So your tongue, only tongue is moist. So tongue moist, stool mucoid, desire for sweets. Mercurius may be chilly, may be hot. So mercurius may be accepted as a chilly patient. So many symptoms go in favor of mercurius. Chilly patient, শীত বেশি, desire for sweets, stool mucoid, profuse thirst, পিপাসা বেশি. So mercurius may be think of. Tuberculinum may be think of. Fear of dogs, desire for meat, desire for desire for sweets, and catches cold very easily. বেড়াতে ভালো লাগে, বেড়াতে খুব পছন্দ করো, বেড়াতে ভালোবাসে. So another symptom of tuberculinum comes under favor. Now, আর কেউ কিছু বলবে? Tuberculinum, mercurius. So my selection is pulse. আমি লাস্টের দিকে দু একটা প্রশ্ন করার পরে ভদ্রমহিলা একটু পালস একটু গ্যাঁ করছিল, কিন্তু মনের জোর পাচ্ছিল না। তার কারণ পালসের অন্য সিমটমগুলো তার কাছে মিলছে না। পালস ইজ টাং ড্রাই, দি টাং ইজ হেয়ার ময়েস্ট, নাও পালস রিলিভ বাই কনসোলেশন, এখানে কনসোলেশন শিওর বলা যাচ্ছে না। Now, what are the symptoms of pulse? The characteristic symptom of pain comes suddenly, belladonna, ignatia, macphus, calibicromicum, comes slowly, sulfuric acid, stenatometallicum, sipilinum, goes suddenly, belladonna, nitric acid, argentum metallicum, pulsatilla, goes slowly, sulfuric acid, pulsatilla. Pulsatilla is a medicine, pain goes suddenly or slowly. It covered by pulsatilla. So the disappearing of the pain is to some extent similar to pulsatilla. So that means pulsatilla should be guaranteed, it is not. Because this symptom is not 100% clear. Whether the pain goes suddenly or slowly, the patient herself has not cleared. So, more or less, we have understood the pain may disappear suddenly or slowly. Now, then, if this is not the 100% sure symptom, what will be the other indications of pulse? If we go through the repertory, face pain, menstruation is late, weeping disposition, some symptoms are pulsatile there. Already we have taken from the case. Weeping disposition, irritable temperament, pulse also sometimes irritable, logical or reasonable irritable. Not bad irritable like bryonia, calicar, Knox bump, nocturnal, etc. But pulsatile is also irritable, that is reasonable. So, menstruation late, weeping disposition, history of pox, history of complaints after measles or pox, pulsatile may be indicated. So, there is history of pox before starting this pain. So, some symptoms are in our mind about pulse, about the character of pain also. Now, let's see the repertory. I have opened the repertory. Face pain. The chapter face, rubric pain, prospalgia. See, it is written here in bracket, prospalgia. Now, prospalgia and the right side, there are three important medicines given in the bold letters, belladonna, chelidonium, pulse. So, I have confirmed from the repertory, the pulse is a very important medicine for right-sided prospalgia, and it corresponding other symptoms. Now, the pain extends to the ear. প্রথম দিকে see, the pain ceases suddenly, pulse. Ceases suddenly, pulse. Now, extension of pain into the ear. See the first rubric of extension, face pain, extending ears, belladonna, lachesis, pulse. The first grade medicine is pulse, extending to ears. ব্যথা কি নির্দিষ্ট এক জায়গায় থাকে না ছড়িয়ে ছিটিয়ে দেয়, মাঝে মাঝে এদিক ওদিক এরকম হয়, ছড়িয়ে ছিটিয়ে দেয়. So if we go through the rubric, pain wandering, see the rubric, face pain wandering, pulse is in the first grade. So my friends, face pain right-sided, pulse first grade, face pain wandering, pulse first grade, face pain extends to ears, pulse first grade, menstruation always late, pulse is important medicine, weeping disposition, pulse. Now, measles after, there is a rubric in genitis, there is no rubric chicken pox after. She had an attack of chicken pox. I do not know whether the disease has been started from after chicken pox or not, but there is a rubric measles after, carbobase, pulsatile, etc. the important medicine. I transferred the rubric instead of measles, chickenpox, because those are in similar varieties infectious disease. Whatever the measles after is also maybe chickenpox after. This is called conversion of the rubric or change of the rubric or transfer of the rubric, what is called one to another. That means cross rubric. Interpretation of rubric. So, what is true in the measles after, that is true chickenpox after, to me, and this formulation given by Bonninghausen. This is called analogy, symptom of analogy. The burning pain in the left thumb may be considered burning pain in the left great toe. This is called analogy of symptoms. So by analogy, measles after may be considered chickenpox after, and pain goes suddenly or slowly, pulse, menstruation late, pulse, right side face pain, pulse, extends to the ear, pulse, wandering pain, pulse, and last point, the physical makeup of the patient. Obesity, fair, obese, handsome looking, obesity. So the physical makeup is also pulse. So let's prescribe pulse, and I am dead sure this medicine will improve the case. With the contraindications, tongue is not dry, the patient is profuse thirsty. But still, I do like to prescribe considering the other totality. Let's see the result. I shall share you, my friends.